Yeah.
So, okay, so we can start off like kind of like another lab. So last week we talked about the SQL injection. So we have one more, if you remember, we call the XSS. We call it like the cross-site scripting attacks. So it's one another like we did put a comment like they try to do. So it's essentially the vulnerability that allow attacker to inject like the malicious scripts into a web page viewed by the user. So when we have, let's say, the API, or if we have some like input, the same, so we can try to modify the content. Okay, right, I think something. So we can like affect the like web application by manipulating the client-side, mainly the client-side scripts. And also it will list the data feed for a section hijacking or other like malicious activity. Those is a definition. If asked like what's the XSS attack, then you need to know the definition of it. And how does it work like the mechanism? So we can try to inject some like scripts through the input fields. So sometimes pretty common, maybe they have something called even some like username or like comments, especially those like have like higher availability, like flexibility for you to input. Like comment, if we have called a text message box, so it allows you to input any content without really like validate that some input or some special keyword, then it's possible. And it also affects the user execute the scripts unknowing in their browser. So we have 3 types of XSS, and one's called store, and then resetted, and then DOM-based XSS. So later I also show the example, and I will demonstrate. And also this one I wish like for your project. So one of it you will I will give you the sample script, so it will be easier to getting the injection. So what do you need to do? So first, maybe the testing is like have fun. Is like how can you let yourself like first you can do the testing. Is like okay, how you can do the injection, and then next how can you change the source code, and then prevent the injection. Okay, so you're allowed to using different type of method to prevent those actions. But of course I show you. Okay, so about the store XSS, so it's a script like store on the server, and also it deliver to the user. So it's called the store. Okay, and then we flag XSS. So it's just a script like we say off of a web server and then execute immediately. Okay, those. And then DOM-based, so it's vulnerabilities exist in the client-side JavaScript environment. So here's like we have total 3 types. So first one for the server-side store, and then that one's that we set that like off of the web server, and the last one will be the client-side JS. Okay, mainly the impact like everything. Maybe we can like to access the cookies and the session tokens or like some personal data that's like going, and then about the session hijacking. So they will try to like impersonate users, and for the malwares and distribution, so it will redirect user to the malicious site or download some malwares. So that's like pretty common. You will see. Okay, it is on again. So most if you have ever click on like go to some website, they pop up some advertisement, or they have some buttons requires you to click on it, and then it pops up another site, or like it comes out, okay, you have something in danger, please install it. It's maybe possible they can inject. Like on the client side, they maybe from the some server side, they have called the store XSS, and then I just like inject some certain code. So let some user, maybe if you are the owner of that website, you may be not really discover it. But after they inject it and the other user, like they go to your website, they call, oh, okay, there's a button or somehow. Or they just do the redirection to another website. So you will click on it. So it's how it works. And then for real world, we have some example SQL before, and then inject scripts, and then Twitter itself, and then Yahoo. So you see actually to all these big companies, like it happens like for the just like even Yahoo, the XSS, the probability explorer, like user data, and then affecting hundreds of like millions of accounts. So you see, and then suffers like reputational damage and financial cost due to the account recovery effort. So you see, not only small company, big company, they always the target. And when they have any space, I say the space can be like comment area, account input. So anything they didn't really like checking the input, then can be possible is the kind of like is a backdoor or is a chance for the attacker to check it. So it's pretty a lot. Like all those really is a popular and famous like a big tech company, or like it's a pretty there are lots of user accounts. So you see like even Twitter too. So allow the attacker to post the malicious tweets that redirect user to a harmful site. So it's all possible to going to happen. Okay. So right here, based on all these like experience or we learned that we need to know like just like regular security testing. So we need to check the like code the vulnerability scanning and penetration testing. So always like, so that's like what you're trying to do. I give you a source code, then we know suppose going to something happen. Then how can we prevent those attacker action? Okay, that's what we need to. And then the code review reviews. So try to implementing the secure coding practice during development. Most of the things like we didn't consider like some possible input or like we just expecting. If you did try to implement some programs, okay, so I say we are going to intake a integer parameter, a variable. Then you just say, okay, let's me declare, okay, that variable is integer. But you may be like, maybe as a beginner in entry level, you never think about, okay, I have to check it before I assign the value or doing calculation. So in case the user, okay, I try to create an integer value, okay, variable. And then if you have a user input a letter, then what's going to happen? Then we need to handle, okay. So that's why sometimes we will intake the input as a string and then just like validate, okay, is it a number or it's just like combination of text, number, or it's just a string, then we can convert it to like really integer. Then we can process it. So all this will be under like code reviewing. We need to test it. And also just like with the education, teaching user to recognize like suspicious behavior or link. So it's like more important to us, like especially we are not really being attacker, but increase your awareness. Like, okay, pay attention to those links. Like when it pops up, does it make sense or it's real? Or when they ask you to click on it, then just be careful. Okay. And here, like I have a demonstration I will share. So why not begin with here? That will show you most of the time, sometimes we can have a CRL or like one of the application to test called the Postman. Sometimes when we need to post to the server, then we need to use it. So either way is okay if you want to test it. And I will just like running one of it, then you can copy it. So let me show you one of it. So here's the one of the, it's a Node.js. If you those like install the Node.js on your computer, I will post this code. So like for you to test it, but why not? I just want to show you like how does it work. Let me get a larger one so you can see that. Okay. Change it. Okay. So right now I just like do everything locally. So if you want, you don't have to access to AWS, it's okay. So you can do it like everything on your local desktop. Okay. So what I'm going to do is connect to my local host 3000. Okay. So right here you will see from the source code. Let me copy a big one, enlarge it. Okay. On the top, it's just like because I'm using Node.js, so it's running because Node.js I can use for the front-end development or maybe the back-end development. So this one is the API server. So it's one of the pretty common modules we are using called Express to build it. Before I mentioned one is called Happy.js, but this one I just using different modules. So it's example. So you can base on. Okay. And right here we have the path just like by default. And then I will have a form sending it. So when I put a slash, so I will say I have a query like this, then by default, and then let me go back to the Word. Okay, Word. Okay. And then in the form, I have a form action. And then once I post it, I have a like post to like for the comment. Just I have an input field and then submit. And then for the comment form, I would like just try to get the body, the payload. So because it's a post, I get a post and a comment and then show it. Okay. And have a link like go back. So it's a pretty simple API server. Only like I have a one is the form and another one is just the view. And let me change it. First. Okay, so just like pretty simple form. So I just ask you, okay, please leave me a comment. So suppose how we do just like input any regular comment, right? But if I try to inject a script, so the script, how does it look like? And then I just post it, you see. So it pop out alert. So suppose like for the leaving a message, if you follow all the steps right here, okay, so here's the script. So it's called a script, and then I pop out called alert. So it's just a really simple example. Suppose like if I leave a comment, I just like maybe save it to the database, and then we won't like affect my website, right? So it's fun. But this one is like is the really basic one. It's like the okay, if I didn't check any input, and then I try to inject a script right here, and then if alert is the one the website will pop out the function alert, and then I just put any name. So that means like I can inject any script. So redirection or like I can execute some any program or execute some function like redirection. So anything's okay. So you can test like later, and I will share this code, and you can try to execute. If you to those like if you don't have Node.js on your local desktop, then you can install it right now. I can help you. If you already have it, then you can just download it. So right now I'll share it to you. I think I already upload it, so you can check. So you can download this one. It is a text file, so you can just save it as the okay. So you can save it as a JS file and execute. So you will see. So I will help you to set the environment if you didn't install Node before. And if you already have it, then you can just execute this one and test it. And then if you want also try to inject any script, and then not only the alert, but anything. And after you are able to run this one, then we will talk about that how can we prevent it, or like how can we not allow the user like input those, like inject those like script to our site. Okay, so give me some time, you can work on it. If you want to look at it or type it by yourself, also you can. We also need to install the modules for this one if you want to execute my code. So we need to install the so what do you need? You need to have a Node.js. And also when you start, maybe you can build we are testing a multiple because I have like other files. So you can try to use the like npm initialize to start it by default, and then also the user npm install express. Then we can use the express to build the API server. Then we can do the testing. Okay, so mainly will be right here. Up.
You said this is on just our regular laptop, not on the AWS server.
You are not required to run it on the server. You can test it on your local base. It's okay. Yeah. Because for the if you look at the source code, I do not connect to any database and nothing. So once you install the Node.js,
We can just search that.
yeah, okay. So I will show you like the Node.js, you can install it because some of the students they are taking my other classes, then you may already install the Node.js for your project. If you don't have it, then you can do it with the follow the step right here. So search Node.js and you can choose, let's say if you're using Windows, just like follow all these like installation steps, copy to your terminal. And once you execute the node -v or npm -v, you should once you're able to see the version number, then you will be able to use it. Yeah. Using your terminal is fine. You don't have to connect to the terminal. If you want to execute on your terminal later for your project, you need to like run it on your terminal. You can do the same. So you can install it on the like Linux system. It's the same way. But why not I just like let you to feel it, experience like to running this one, and I can help you sell because this like one of it the SQL injection, and then one now is the cross-site that XSS attack. You also need to like install it and then for testing. And because I know some of you already have the Node.js or you know how to set up, then what you need to do just copy the code and execute and try to run it. For the student you never install it, then I will help you to help you to install. The input, okay, I will show you right here. So it's the script. So if you know the text, so it's just like we try to run a script. Okay, script. And alert is the function we use for the website. So we will pop out a message, or sometimes if you want to say, okay, your input is not available, or sometimes but the command will use the alert to let you have a confirmation. So this alert is just saying, okay, I use the SSL attack. So it's a message.
So in like just comment on, I guess it probably depends on how you code your website, but I never knew you should just pump JavaScript into like a comment box and how to do so.
Yeah, that's why we need to learn why it's not working and why it works. So that's like if you look at the source code, so right here I just let you to like execute and run it. Suppose like, yeah, why if you try to put the like script in the like comment box or like input or username, it won't pop up like that. Then how can we prevent it? Yeah. If we didn't like allow the user do it, or like we allow it do it, then how can we do it? Yeah. And I will see how many of you are able to create this one, execute. Yeah, start with the basic. If you can make the alert, I will ask you like sometimes I will ask you, okay, how about we directing to another page? Let's say if I input this one, then I can allow the user to redirect to another page. Yeah, try this one. And after we finish this part, and then we'll talk about how can we prevent like what you mentioned, like how can we prevent it going to happen. Okay. Sure. Any help? Can you know?
It says that one of the commands was recognized on the front end of PowerPoint.
Okay.
The FS was recognized. on the page, so it's a PowerPoint.
Okay. Even you're using people. Those you need to install, maybe you need to run of the PowerShell.
If we're able to just copy this.
Thank you very much.
Yes, you can download the one SSS I post to the D2L, so you can just like copy and execute it. And for the command you can test is the script alert. Of course, like if you have some time, will help you to like start with this part. So if you have extra time, I say, how about let when I input that I will redirect you to another page. Then how can you do that? Just like example, do this. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So we can do that. Yes, yeah. So we can move that screen. Yeah. It's running on the wrong.
Because the hackathon is like, you're essentially like, I only see much speed. Like in that one, it'll let you like. Reinitialize everything. I didn't really learn. We did a pre-ultimate solver, just, I don't know, down this was solve the thing. I didn't even like to use my nose. That probably still started. It's kind of like that. No, exactly. I was not. Yeah. Like Sam.
And then other times, so you get into and practice. Like we went to. So. Goes in. Already, I started. Also my first. Oh, actually, and then on the way home, it was So, well, no, you can just say use them.
they actually call
So it's really on-
It is very good.
So you can-
Very good. All right. Very hungry, so this is certainly as much. I literally made it. Like, in the scene, yeah, that's true. I still encoded so the thing is pushing and then I still encode with target word to get the arguments like this. Yeah.
It hit one of his play and I see him like, sure, quit hacking.
I'm still trying.
It's an old spring.
Other than that,
He was able it's so old that it's just not hard to. There's nothing pleasant about fire. It's so useful now, especially when
Yes.
now, truly a pleasure. If you take a scope off, that there's nothing. Deciding it. I can't do it in one. After a few shots, I start doing one trigger. You twitch with one trigger, it's just like the throwing.
CD.
So what all?
Like, we lost your brand stuff. And then I thought.
If you go to
Pretty big. So really. Like, it's expensive, but if it goes not too much. When you're doing your initial stuff, it's cheaper. And then when it's actually.
Yeah, so, this like, so. Okay, so right here.
I don't have this. It should be outside.
You are more like teaching.
I guess the last
So
time.
right now you put in and then and then you will be.
My first dive.
So if you were with that, what we need to do is.
And it was a dab, but it was 230. My great grandmother's old that's called is. Far away. Of course, it's a whole shot. I picked a bit of.
It's a learning experience.
Yeah,
It was very fun.
it was very far away.
But you gotta like really.
Yeah, so.
It's more your. I want.
For our class, we are not using it, but sometimes we need to have similar, like how.
Anybody has my plan. I also don't have a place. I got you. The last time. There, I was gonna wake up this 1 o'clock. With my buddy, I got a few things. Buddy called. Hey, what's tonight? All right, so I got out of bed. Everything was, I got about like a big 7 or something.
Yeah.
And drove out there.
If you are interested, you know, then I would tell you. So why not you can start it install that. Yeah, okay.
So again, it comes down to,
So after you install it, then you say that's nice.
Texas.
Under the sun.
Not seeds and.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is, so what you need to do.
The cautiously manipulative route.
Yes.
Oh, by the way. guidance. He's a good guy. He's a little crazy. I did have the instruction. He got taught.
So how many of you when you do the so if you are able to make that also so I will ask like bigger. Okay, so why not just about if how can I execute other scripts? Let's say I want to be
So it makes a vector of.
Yeah, they do like the three.
So yours is pretty much the six, which is. So yours, it looks like it makes a vector.
But this one's.
So.
If you can make this one, like it's so, you know how to. Yeah.
I just. There's a vector.
So I think there's somewhere, they've got a guy who pays like Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, so basically they but so they're thinking about setting up.
Yeah.
Yeah. They mentioned it, they're not wanting to mention, thinking into the, hey, I'm free. Just for shooting. I'd like to go out there, and do that sometimes, so I don't know what place I do, and then it comes down to. Where am I? We have a chance.
Okay, so now, so that.
Basically.
So
Yeah.
Okay, so this one I think I'm pretty sure they almost. Thank you. Maybe. Yeah.
That's what he had. A bunch of property.
Yeah, I changed the.
What he does, I think he goes there, in his underwear and no shirt, low gauge and like trigger. Yeah, it's also another region. I remember him telling my dad, like, shoot it. And he shot it in the property. It's not like continuously, it's also. He really made it frame. Well, I will say, at no point, funnily enough, was he. He always kept there, like, surprise. He was usually pretty excited. Yeah, for years. For years.
Yeah.
I remember. So when I was first got, I think it's something I had a. Yeah. I do very clearly.
So when you look at. So it will be, and one is.
And then dad gave me this 12. Yeah. He gave me that when he got his, deceased on his ground. Well, he got one of the most. Just.
Let's see.
If you want to follow the port number,
They used to, my little GMC Snow was on the truck. No seasons and I had like a case of shotgun shells, just like a live.
let me try.
I finally had a place for my. Maybe you want to get here.
So tiny. You got it. It's like a year long.
Take advantage of some of the property. I mean, but generally, that's the case. Yeah.
So I can always initialize with that. To those that are new to the npm or Node.js, so you need to always start with the npm initialize, and this one is just like package name, like default information descriptions. So you can just keep on hitting the enter to skip it. Just like press enter. Because we are just like for a single like file or not doing for your project, so you can omit it. But if you are working other class, you need to define all the information like create details. Okay, so I install it. The next one, I need to install the Express. So this one is the modules we are using to running our API server. So after I finish the installation, then I can run it. So it's called the test.js. I just go and then execute as a name, and then. Well, I know some of you try to copy the code, but it's not really working. So let me test. I'm modifying. Okay, that means I know maybe some of your website they maybe block the pop out alert maybe, but if you are allowed to do that, then you will see the alert comes out like this. Maybe I know some of you already able to like change the source code, like redirection. And if you are able to finish this steps, then think about that. How can we prevent it? So this is a question. By the end, I will show you one of a sample code. How can we like checking the submitted? Just like the idea is like check the when or like don't let them to run the script. It is the idea.
So you're talking about redirecting, like previous time, or like doing something like this?
Yes, I'm assuming that. Yeah.
The one thing I was saying, I've never been saying this.
Okay, so one is a time. The idea is that
I'm sure if I want to make it,
okay,
so
yeah.
when you're.
Oh, I guess. Okay, if let's say I assume you want to I want to like let you sort of but don't take it as strict.
So just.
Yeah. I don't think that's so that idea, one of the ideas, okay, maybe you want to go to school like all that. But you know, what they as a movie or job was. So how can you see that? You move like all those like. Okay, I can show the aspect that I like, because I would treat it as test message. So here's the one. Let me say you need to with that, you know, that probably the first time. The whole, like, if you, the song, you don't. Yeah. This one, this one, nice and clear, like that. When you remember, I mentioned you have two types of. Oh, this one would be like something later on down. I have to, I've given them a bunch of. And my song. So we have two types, and we have. So, yeah, I'll just say, even with this single code, that you need to fix it, okay?
So, okay. So the lens is a smaller. So it looks like the casing. So like, when they put in. It makes me think that's like that. And I think that's what they're.
Yes, yeah. Thank you. So, this one is just like by the front.
Yeah.
So just like we. So whole class realization might be small stuff. So this one is. So this one is also one of the example. So we just like. So once it comes out, you accept it. Okay, I need to ask the question. So what's this doing? I need to have an answer. So yeah, that's why.
So it's not that much.
Then we decide we need to put a bus. Of course, more than we have to see relative, okay, so this is put you wrote. I would remove it, just as like I would have outside. All of them, if you see. Just. Maybe I remove from this. Yeah, so we circulate that, or we just like focus on to that.
So you have to say, like, kids that
Yes, that's right. We do have several ways of, we can simulate. Actually, simulate, or we can know any. Therefore, as we know, ask us to implement something here, we are not doing that. No, you have to do something like that. That's right, and how do you handle you can use this. I have some like example. I will show you. So just like quickly show them just. Yeah, just one. And just this now will do your project. So that's why I found out. I give it a several program and for just the next one we one more yeah. So you need to focus on yourself. So I will ask you just this step first. Without any questions. And then you know whether something is right and then make it why and no matter what yeah. Yes. Think about something. Well, you may be not familiar. Seems like.
Going through it online, but in front of them.
Okay,
It makes it.
really have to clear.
It's just gonna be small.
Other than
Like, wait. Oh, that's funny, that's. I usually. Yeah, so before that. Training for size stated. You may not think.
So it's where neighbor and like.
Oh, yeah, so, I tell you how to like inflated negative.
This guy did some stuff.
Yeah,
He was. So one time.
So this one.
That car, they brought that girl.
Yeah.
Instead of father. Also, because I have this always. Yeah. It's kind of freaky. It's when you look at it, it's kind of like. I feel like the air. Or reminded, oh yeah, this was. And he had it for years. The G33 was like fire. I went to Swiss. That's and I never wanted to be. It is very hard to treat. My wife is not really. Actually, I'm able to treat that. Actually, got. They have. There's some Korean companies that they. But some of the. Still have so I got some of those. The rate has been. They were all wrapped in. I was. And singer so. It's very. Yeah, they had 16. It was up there. They just reject. So I don't feel free. Well, they misspelled something on one of the sayings, which is this is not great. It was G watching it. It's also so really. They start up. Oh, it's with those radio. I just can't say. Okay, so okay, fine. So I think I already know. It's weird. Yeah. So they just want to say the only like just like I never went to any of the air shows. It's always possible. And then. Oh, that's cool. The area. I use quotes for style. That's the big deal.
Everybody able to write it back and redirect it, and anybody able to figure out how to do the prevention. I know the time is not enough, but. Right here. Let me change it. Okay, so here's the one I using for the code and doing testing. Let me show you the source code. Okay. Here just like one of the example you can use. You don't have to follow mine. I will also upload this one because I have like other files you can test. I will upload it to you. Okay. So this one I will let's say I want to modify the word. So I create one more function. So once like I handle with the string, so I just replace. So I replace those special character, the arrows. So I just replace it with like just a basic like text. So you will see even if I post it, I will show the exactly input. It's a script. But for the server side, when it reads my text, it won't handle it like just a function script, but just a plain text. So how it works, I just like replace the input, the text right here, replace it with a special character, like maybe space, like space AMP, and then the angle. So all this will be the char character, like for this one. And after I execute, so once I input it and then just kind of like encode type something, go through some decryption something. So I translate the code and save it as a comment, and then it will be the same. So you see, the basic structure is the same, but I will do some processing. I will make sure, okay, you are able to input it, but this time I only treat it as a plain text instead of like it's a you will see the tricky thing is about the text. Here, do you think, okay, what's the differences? Like why I just like replace all those like this one is the regular expression. If you are interested, you can like search a little bit, study a little bit more about what's regular expression. So anybody know what regular expression? Okay. So regular expression we put it when we handle with some string text. So regular expression can help us to search certain content. So it's more general. If I want to just the extra or bonus right here, okay, let me stay. Okay. So this one is say if I put the /g is like in global everything, I'm looking for a character with a SI. So if I try to looking for, especially for a keyword, I can also do like this script, like this, and I can replace it. It can be the same way. So I can replace it. So this one, I replace it as the text. So I can replace it like this way. It's okay. And then script. And then I will close it, F-G. Like this, it's the same. So it represents the same things. And if you check, sometimes if you check the domain, if you input some special character, we will actually, just like when you copy the path on, if you're using Windows, when you copy the path, you will see there's some like special symbols, right?
percentage, like those things. If you have a space, you add a percentage. So that one's more like, it's like changed to the string instead of like just a space. So it have a different meaning of it. That's how we handle it. So just give you a task. As well, I mentioned we have 3 different type of injection. So this one is called the store one. I think it's pretty small, but I just like you can go back to because I will post the question and the answer. So I don't want to everything. So this one is like a server side, just like post it to the server and then save it. So it's pretty similar structure. And we have one more right here. So we will try to save it to the server, post it as a form. Then how should we handle it? So this one is about called the store XSS. And then one more is about the DOM. So I just like put it in my, I'm recording it. So if you're interested, if you think it's too small, go back check it, because I also have a kind of like solution. So that's why I'm not really like enlarged showing all the details. Okay, so this one is returning the, like it's sending the whole HTML script. So it's the virtual DOM, how we edit it. Okay, and that's it for this part. Coming, I will post like one more assignment, but the assignment is about the but I will tell about you more details about the coming assignment. It's about the file permission. If you remember, like I give you the situation, condition, then what is the numeric and symbolic one. And I will include like not so many because I didn't really cover details about the special character. So slightly challenge to you. Just maybe I won't say like put so many questions, but if you are able to like have like self-study about what special character, then you were able to answer those questions. Yeah, but it won't really tricky, kind of like straightforward. Okay, so that one would be about the assignment. Okay, and for the project, this one would be the second one. First one is you need to try to implement is the SQL injection, and second one is the XSS attack. This one, okay, yeah. But because for SQL injection is really hard, because when you connect to the database itself also doing something like checking the content. So it's really hard to do the injection, but just let you to explain like you install it and execute it on the server. Just like if you are able to make it, then it's okay to create it and build it. Okay. And so, but that's it for the class today. And if you still need help or working on it, then I can come to help you to fix it. And no, and see you on Thursday.